The final day of the Gwen Prix is here, and we got two potential 5 stars that we had to fight against, but I don't remember what the rewards are. It's been a long time since this event has been ran, but we can look at them. Ooh, strange magic. So this node here obviously is filled with magic users. Air quotes. Doctor Strange is a magic user. Nico is a magic user. Well, technically, Doctor Strange borrows the powers of other creatures in the Marvel universe, but for simplistic sake, they call it magic. And then magic, Ilyana Rasputin, well, she has demons, but the reward there is Captain Marvel, and then here with the rescue node, we got Karnak, and in an Iron Cuisine, it's a team full of iron people. Now look at my roster and see what would best benefit me. Captain Marvel, which gives me ISO 8, or Karnak. Oh my goodness, he's through 22, which is 5 command points. Give me the 5 command points all day. So we'll deal with the Iron Man node first. Now if it was a choice between Captain Marvel shards and then the 5 ISO 8, the 5 command points, I probably would have chose the command point still, because it's like that the 150 wouldn't move her to getting another cover. But again, alright, but let's look at this node here. How in the world would you tackle this node? Well, two things to keep in mind. One, 5-star Doctor Strange is a little bit different than the 3-star Doctor Strange. Yeah, he has 5-star match damage, relative towards his release. Yes, his blue does the same exact thing that the 3-star version does. The damage is amped up, and it still costs the same as well. But his Flames of the Fall Team and Eye of Agamotto do the same things, but they're a little different. I'll explain. Eye of Agamotto still costs 11, but instead of it destroying 2 attack or protect tiles or strike tiles, or whatever the case might be, if you have it at higher levels, but it'll create an Eye of Agamotto tile that'll each turn remove an attack, protect, or strike tile off the board. So think of it as think of it as an 11 turn repeater tile that can't be matched away. But you can still destroy it with all the different types of board manipulation that we have in the game. And the Flames of the Fall Team is a 14 yellow active and passive ability. The active component It deals um, Q amount of damage to the target, but if you know, as per usual, firepower when Doctor Strange is around, you get dealt retaliatory damage. So for the first half of the fight, you're strictly going to be dealing with mass damage simply because of Doctor Strange. So again, or bring in a user that has like a pretty cheap stun Doctor Strange, get him out of the party. Um, Nico will be the Nico and Magic will be the two most annoying ones in the fight, simply because Nico she has a lot of well, not really a lot, but she has a few things that she does differently when she has her countdown tile on the board and when she doesn't. Um, so when blood is shed, if Nico takes damage, that's her blue ability, I believe, right? Hang on, let me go up into the roster because I just used her not too long ago in the Deadpool Daily for the there she is. Um, for the Behemoth Burrito node. Yeah. So when blood is shed, she takes damage. She creates a 10 turn blue countdown tile, and then she has the active component, which is freeze. When the countdown tile is on the board, for 9 blue, she'll stun a target for 3 turns. Also remove up to 2 enemy countdown tiles, and then for each countdown tile that's removed, add an extra turn to the stun. So essentially, she has a 5 turn stun if you can get 2 enemy countdown tiles on the board. Try not to die. This is both a pass or an active passive for both ways. So try not to die. This is this is active. If she doesn't have a countdown tile on the board, she'll create protect tiles on the board, and then friendly protect tiles are increased by 20%. By 20%. Okay, Scott Steiner math there. But they have no effect on Nico. So essentially, protect tiles for everybody else on the team are are buffed, and the damage that they're taking is 20% less, or I should say 20. So whatever the projectile is, multiply that by 0.2%, not 0.02, but by 0.2%, because that's 20. But Nico isn't affected by any projectiles at all. So if you make a match that's 180 for against Nico, it'll be 180 against Nico. If is it even with the projectile on the board? If the projectile is on the board, you make a match for 180, and there's a projectile of 20 strength. Factor in the 20% increase, you'll be doing less than 180. Again, I'm not gonna do all the math, even though I am. Yeah, mathematics is my thing. It's Sunday. I'm lazy. And then heal is the component for Nico when her countertile's on the board. It costs 7. She essentially heals herself, and she creates countdown tiles. Creates protect tiles on the board, and again, the passive component still kicks in. Again, heal kicks in when blood is shed, activates their, or I should say, countdown tiles on the board. And then Mystical Affinity has two parts as well. The passive component at start of the turn, if you have more strike, attack, protect tiles than the enemy, increase the strength by P. Then Trifecta, if you have the countdown tile on the board, it costs 8. She creates a strike, protect, or strike, protect, or strike, protect, or attack tile on the board at strength Z. And then again the passive component where she increases them by P. Alright. So again, Nico, while she sounds complex, and I made her to be a lot complex than what she is, she's not. Think about it like this here. Nico takes damage, you can unlock her second abilities, create protect tiles, create strike tiles. She just is not affected by protect tiles. And she can stun. And then magic, I probably don't need to go up in the roster to look at her. Pretty much go straight forward. Her purple ability costs 9, creates a 1-turn repeater tile, creates red up on the board. Red is like sorcery. It deals target damage to the target, and then removes any special tiles that's on the board up to 2. And then Eldritch Armor, it's a passive. Anytime one of her allies fires off a power, or if she fires off a power, creates a 2-turn protect tile. Creates 2 protect tiles on the board, and fortifies some number of protect tiles on the board too, and also increases their strength. So as you can see, that will be very annoying. If Nico gets her cheat powers off, she fuels magic. Magic fuels off Nico because Nico wants projectiles. Doctor Strange says, "Hey, nah, you don't think about firing powers until I am stunned." Mainly, the main thing you want to do, flood them with strike tile users. It's like Rocking a Group, Medusa, and Polaris, or if you want to use Polaris, Juggernaut, and Rocking a Group, by all means, go for it. Take out Doctor Strange first, then Nico, then Magic. That's pretty much the order of priority there. Here for this team here, Riri, Rescue, and Iron Man. I believe with Rescue, I know I'm gonna have to go up into my roster to talk about her. Riri, hers is straightforward. I don't have to go into too deep of detail, because you'll be seeing her in tomorrow's day 2. Day 3 video of Welcome to Shield. Her blue costs 9, creates charge tiles, red charge tiles, converts, they take some number of tiles from the middle of the board, changes them, again creates red charge tiles, deals damage. If you have any red tiles that are up in the midst of those charge tiles being changed, cascades will ensue. her her red costs 11, and it hits your other two. Is that it ignores the target that's in front and hits your two allies, or I should say the two enemy players in the back. Does damage. Then if there's only one enemy left, it'll deal target damage to the target. And then finally, her green ability, it costs 8, sends a target airborne, can send Riri airborne too if there are some number of enemy special tiles on the board. Iron Man 40, his red ability. Oh my goodness, and I'm brain farting here because we had to fight him in Crash of the Titans. Deals additional damage for each Team Iron Man member that's on their team. So you got two other Team Iron Man members, so he'll be packing a little bit of a punch. Girl Friday costs 10. Converts some number of basic tiles on the board to red, targeting our strongest color, whatever the strongest color might be. Destroys all the red that's on the board. Doesn't gain any AP from it, but you can create massive cascades. And then House Party Protocol costs 12. Iron Man creates countdown tiles on the board that reduce the damage dealt to Iron Man if they meet that threshold. So for example, even if you make max damage, that's cool. It's not going to trigger. If you do an attack that does 4,000 damage, and the threshold to activate his countdown tile fills a lot of ability, it said to neutralize that damage is like 4,012. The countdown tile will disappear, and then you get dealt the damage. Now, rescue. I'm gonna actually have to go into the rescue description and actually look at her. All systems go. Costs 9. She deals damage, steals 2 enemy. Or excuse me, at level 5, steals 3 enemy. Strike, attack, and protect tiles. If there are none red enemy strike, attack, or protect tiles on the board after this powers fire, convert them to red. Your shield converts all friendly strike, attack, and protect tiles into protect tiles and improves friendly protect tiles by R. If there are no friendly strike, attack, and protect tiles on the board, then create 2 strength in protect tiles as well instead. And then passively at the start of the turn, if there are 2 or more friendly friendly protect tiles, passive tiles. That'd be pretty new, passive tiles. But you heal the allies for a burst of health. So then level 5, that'll be 3, increase it more, and then do or die. I think this was at 3, I believe. She fires off 2 separate blasts that deal damage. If there are 2 or more friendly strike, attack, or projectiles on the board, then do an additional blast for a little less damage. As you can see, I'm pretty close to getting her championed eventually, but not right now. But main thing we want to do is that we want to try and avoid using I mean, we bring in special tiles, and it's not going to be too big of a deal. I'll bring in. Let's bring in the classic 4-star team. Medusa, Carnage, and Mr. Fantastic. Won't have to worry too much about heals. I'm not gonna turn the animations on simply because I don't want to give anybody nightmares for Carnage. The main thing here that we want to do, get rid of Riri first, because she can send their entire, she can send us airborne, and that's not a good thing for us. We wanna wait until we get at least 10 red so that we can fire off our symbiote signs. Alright, now that we have, let's see here. Yeah, we actually do have enough, so she can get stunned and take the damage. They match purple, that heals us. Gaining AP. Gaining AP. That's the main thing, we're just gaining AP. Get a little burst of health. Selfless intervention. Mr. Fantastic sent airborne. That's perfectly fine by me. Now, if Mr. F was back, that would have helped us out a little bit. There's Mr. F. Fire off Imaginaut. It doesn't matter. Let's stun rescue. Get Riri pretty close to elimination. But again, all this here is just gonna heal us up. There's the free power for Mr. Fantastic. Snatch steal some of those tiles that's on the board. Now, next person we're gonna get rid of, we're getting rid of Iron Man. So symbiote size, because now that we have 10, we don't have to worry about our team taking any damage from the symbiote sides. Yeah, why not? We'll forge it in fire. Because we have projectiles, but again, you don't really need the apocalypse team up to win this here. I just did that there because I had a projectile on the board. But the fight would have continued on. I still would have had the advantage simply because I would have had the heals. So don't think it's like, oh my god, you use the apocalypse team up, you wouldn't have won. No, I would have won the fight. Because Iron Man, after he would have fired off his blue ability, that would have settled the board a little bit, but we still had enough attack tiles and enough um Imaginite tiles on the board, or the Imaginite tile on the board, that we would have still been in a very good position to take out both him and Rescue. So, just want to clear up that misconception there. Alright, so we got this video here done. We got the introducing Cape Pride video, and then we got the Welcome Shield video. So pause here, upload, and I'll see you guys in the next video.